Hi everybody, Alex here, and let's make teaching easier. This video is going to be useful for both parents and teachers. As a dad, I use board games to play with my son, and as an EFL teacher, the board games became a very useful teaching tool in my classroom. I started using board games in every class when I worked in Japan, and that school had probably 1,000 of board games. I started my own collection about 6 years ago, and right now we have about 100-160 board games. Even though we have a whole bunch of games, we basically use about 30 or 40 every week or every class, and I'm going to share those with you. We're going to shoot 4 videos. The first one is going to be about board games for beginners or younger kids. The second one will be for intermediate students or slightly older kids. And the third one is going to be about just card games. And the fourth one is about games for teaching phonics and reading. This video is going to help you choose only the best games and not waste your money as we did. Sometimes some games will look great in the ad, or you will think that it will work with your kids or in the classroom, but somehow it just doesn't. So you will not only save your money and time when buying the games, but also I will try to explain how you could use the ideas from these games in your classroom without actually buying the original game. Sometimes you can find a free worksheet online, and sometimes you can just make a game by yourself. So you won't need to spend from $5 to $30 to buy the actual board game. First, I will introduce the game. Second, I'll talk about the gameplay. Third, I'll say why my students love it. And finally, I will say how you can use the idea or actually make the game DIY. Basketball. The gameplay is super simple. You press the button with a number and the ball hops. Then I press 2 here. What kids like to do is just press random buttons and hope to get the ball in the hoop. So you will make strict rules that they can only press one button, and if you learn numbers, they will just say, for example, 5, 5, and then say 2, and then they get to hit the button. How I use this in the class? I assign 2 buttons to 1 flashcard. So let's say we're learning the family members using Ganziuk course. So the player will have to say, this is grandma, or this is a baby, and same here. Or you could just put 2 cards, one from 1 to 4 and one from 5 to 8. Another way to play this game is not to use the board game, but just to use small balls and a little bin, where students throw a ball into the bin, kind of like play basketball if they give you a sentence or say the right word. Fish bite. Here it's got a number of fishes which you can attach to your partner's fingers, parts of the face, clothes, etc, etc. The easiest way to play this game is just play rock, paper, scissors, and if you win, you get to stick one to your partner. Also, you can learn body parts by, for example, saying the fish wants to bite his leg, and the partner needs to quickly run to his classmate and attach the fish to the leg of the partner. Or you can also learn clothes, parts of the face, or even objects in the classroom. Now, how to play this game without the game? Just get some clips and just make sure you choose those that are not very tight so they will not hurt kids. And you can put some stickers to add some eyes, or you can just color them. Tumbling Monkeys. In this game, you can start learning actually even when setting the game, because it takes a bit of time. So you can give kids sticks of different color, and then they will put them in the tree by themselves, saying a sentence, for example, it's green, the stick is orange. So now we got this tree with several floors, and we get to throw all the monkeys inside the tree. I haven't put all the sticks in, so some of them fell out. That usually doesn't happen. And you can just put them again and again. So they kind of get stuck in between the sticks. Now, you roll the dice and you take out the stick of the same color. And if you don't drop any monkeys, that's great. So the person with as few monkeys as possible wins. And if you take out another stick and finally the monkey falls, then this is -1 point. We mainly use this game to teach colors, taking turns, and the basic board game language. You can make a similar game by taking some long cardboard box, making some holes, and just using chopsticks to put them in, and then using any little toys to throw inside. The toys just shouldn't be very heavy. And then taking out those chopsticks that you can color with a marker out, and then you can play a very similar game by yourself. Mouse stacks. It's a balance game where you will put 2 mice at a time, and then a piece of a cardboard, and then the next player puts 2 more, and you 2 of these 3 circles. So I'll put them here. The kids learn to understand the balance. And there are also chips to give to the kids as points once they complete one stage. The game is super simple, so even younger kids understand how to play it. They get to play it if they give you the right answer. They also learn taking turns, and they learn to be more concentrated because sometimes it takes some time to actually complete the tower. You can replace these little toys with any similar plastic objects of the same weight. And these can be made just of cardboard. For example, the easiest way to play it is just use paper cups. For example, you'll put 1, then you'll put the piece of cardboard you made by yourself. And as you see, it can fall if you did not put the cups in the right place. Top. Yet another balance game. Here is the balancing board with the numbers from 1, 2, 3 to 5. Players roll the dice, and if you get 6, you can place a chip of your color anywhere you want on the board. So if you place it on 5, that means you'll be getting more points. The next player rolls the dice, and let's say he's pink, then he'll put it on 4. Somewhere here. The idea is not to let this game topple. This game is perfect for teaching numbers, basic math skills, basic manual skills, and of course colors. There is also a strategic element to it, because if you get, for example, 4 again and you're on a yellow team, then you can cover another chip with your own, and this way you will take their points. But you have to be careful, because if you put too many, there is a chance that you will lose the game by toppling the topple, like this. You can make your own game by putting cubes on one another and then putting a cardboard box on top where you will line it up and separate in different blocks with different numbers. Quickcops. This one is one of my favorites, and my students love it as well. In the classic version of the game, the leader will put a card in the middle so everybody can see it, and then they will have to put the cups in exactly this order. So every player will usually get 1 cup of each color. And that's how you will get your point, which is represented by the card. We play it a bit differently. The leader will not show it to the others, but will hide it and will say, for example, oh, it comes from left to right. It's green, and then yellow, and blue, black, and finally red. And others will try to hit the button first. And the first person gets the card. Cards here will show numbers from left to right, horizontally as well as vertically, from top to bottom. The vocabulary you can teach here is from left to right, from bottom to top, or from top to the bottom, and of course colors. Another way to play this game is to ask students questions and give them a card every time they answer the question. For example, I will say, how many is 1 plus 1? They will say 2. Okay, I'll give a card. Then I'll say, how many is 5 plus 5? They'll say 10. Then I'll give another cup, and a card, and a cup, and a card, and a cup. And every player will get the chance to build a tall tower. Of course, you can play this game with just paper cups where you just paint or color them according to your target language. And these cards are pretty easy to make yourself as well. And a bonus tip, you can also teach prepositions with the game, saying that, for example, the green cup is in the red cup, and the red cup is on the black cup. Or you could say, the black cup is in between the red cup and the green cup. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and share it with your friends. And subscribe if you don't want to miss the next 3 videos with the board games for intermediate students, card games, and phonics games. Thank you. Goodbye.